Hey gamers, and welcome back to the BitterCold Showdown! Today we're going to be watching two fantastic players, Squiggles and Cayman, do a race-off on the Mount Eddie in the SSX Deadly Descent.
Wow!
And first off, we've got Squiggles.
So, we've got Squiggles here, and it seems like he is going straight for Mac here. This is his player of choice. Now,
Yeah.
this really shows that he's a classic gamer, I think.
Yeah, for sure, because he's got the retro skins on.
Yeah, so, you know, he's an old school gamer. He knows what he wants.
He knows how SSX plays. He knows he's got a lot of practice in.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really interesting to see what lines he picks.
Yeah. I really want to know who Cayman is going to pick, really, because he's not one of those butthurt old gamers.
Yeah, he does like to experiment, doesn't he?
Yeah, but, you know, he still has to pick a character he's good with.
Yeah.
That's what really counts in the end.
Yeah, in the end, it's not so much about flashy players.
A bail
a mistake
already.
right in the middle, right at the beginning of a race. That's never good.
This is really going to cost him, and I'm sure he's kicking himself about making a mistake like that so early on.
Because yeah, they had a few days of practice as well, so I'm sure he practiced getting a really good head start.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning. Because that's really important.
Yeah.
And making a mistake so early on can be really demoralizing as well. So let's just hope that he keeps his spirits up and he just goes for it.
So this is a race event. So whoever gets the fastest time on the runs, they obviously win and get to move on in the bracket to the semifinals, which is great. And I think that's what they're both gunning for, because then they get to stay on Mount Eddie and actually compete with more players.
And further down the line, there's going to be really interesting trickets as well, which is actually the event that players want to gun for, really.
Yeah, especially a player like Squiggles and Cayman. They both really are into their trickies.
Yeah.
And, so I think they're both really serious.
Yeah, for sure. I think Squiggles is more of a tricket man anyway. He does like his tricks. You can see now he's using a lot of railings. He's not compromising on style. Whereas Cayman, he's actually going to have a little bit of an advantage because he does prefer races. And he's all about just boosting the heck down the mountain and getting there as fast as possible.
Yeah.
So he might have an advantage in these earlier heats.
So what I really want to know is whether either of them will actually take gold. So we know that they're competing against each other, but there is a computer best score.
As you can see right there, Eddie, #1.
And so really, if they can beat that score, it's going to be interesting because it's quite a difficult one to defeat.
Yeah, it's notoriously difficult. And actually, I heard rumors around the studio that there might be a bonus prize for anyone who can beat Eddie.
Yeah.
So that's a real good incentive there. I mean, it hasn't been confirmed, but if players want to believe it, that might give them a bit of a morale boost.
Yeah, but, you know, it would be incredible if they beat it.
And it would be interesting to see because Squiggles and Cayman, they're actually friends and they practice these games for the tournaments in real life. So it would be interesting to see, is there going to be any sneaky copycat moves, or do they know their own lines? Have they decided what they do? Did they practice apart for this tournament?
Yeah, it's like really fun to see rivalry like that, really. And they always know how to keep the contests fun.
Yeah, and lighthearted. You know, they don't take themselves too seriously.
So as we can see, Squiggles' strategy here in his playstyle is very unique to him. He likes to keep his trickies alive throughout the whole run as much as he can so that he always has boosts. But it seems like that didn't fare him very well. He got a very miserable 3rd place.
Yeah, it seems like he may have forgotten this is actually a race. He came in 3rd place. Now that he's still in contention to move on to the 2nd heat, but that's only if Cayman can't beat his 3rd place score.
Yeah. So I think he'll really be kicking himself about that, and
now we have Cayman getting ready to do his race down the mountain.
So we gotta see his strategy. So we've seen the first run, and now we gotta see what Cayman has up his sleeve. So he's also, he's also picking classic Simon. Yeah,
that's interesting. I haven't really seen him play with Simon before. He usually favors Zoe or Moby.
Yeah. So this is interesting. Like, I wonder if he's been practicing with Simon secretly. Like, this is his secret weapon.
Yeah, maybe this is like, maybe not even Squiggles expected that, and that's his game plan.
Yeah, so this is really fascinating. So, what I really want to ask is, what do you think of Mount Eddie? Because we know it's a, throwback to the old school gamers. It's very fun.
I think Mount Eddie is just fantastic. It's a great nod to old school retro fans. It's got all the fun and perks and, bonfires of the retro SSX games and the race and the track itself is just so much fun.
Yeah.
So many routes you can take, so many lines.
There's a lot you can do with it. You really pick your own play style. You can either go really fast, you can go for more creative, leave the rails, just boost on the mountain. It gives you options, which some of the other mountains may lack a little bit.
Yeah, I do feel like some of the other mountains, though they are beautiful, it can be a bit confusing, really.
Yeah, you really gotta play, and I don't know, there's just something special about this. I'm really glad they're doing an event especially for Mount Eddie, which is why it's so important for competitors to win each of their heats, because this is the mountain everyone wants to play on, to prove their stuff on. So though they will be able to carry on playing in, the losers heat and stuff like that, it won't be on Mount Eddie. They won't have that privilege, so they'll have to play on one of the other mountains. That will obviously,
and everyone wants to be the champions of Mount Eddie.
Exactly.
Because it's like just confirming you're the champion of retro SSX games.
Yeah. So it's really great.
And you can see that he's actually losing a lot of his boosts because he is jumping so close to the edges. And I think that is so that he doesn't get too much height and then waste precious seconds.
Yeah, but so far he's doing beautifully. The race is going really well. He's already in front of, and Squiggles.
He's only a few seconds behind Eddie as well, so he may win
really
that
did
surprise.
Yeah. That's what we want to know, and it's really exciting right now.
He may have lost some speed there by going too high. I think he's trying to overcompensate.
You can see him trying to figure out what to do next, what line to take. And it's very interesting that these players are always thinking. So even if they've got, a route they want to take initially, if something goes wrong, they're constantly thinking.
How do I make up for that mistake? How is there a new route I can take?
That's something I find really fun about Cayman's play style. It's something that I've always enjoyed and admired him for, is that he was always on top of the shortcuts of, figuring out interesting ways to go faster. It's not just all about the boost, and, that's really fun to watch.
Yeah, that is very, very interesting. And it seems that he has beaten Squiggles' personal best.
That was fantastic. Wow. So he's winning, and he is going on to compete with other players.
Well, hold on. I just realized they actually came in the same position. They both got third place. So it is going to be sudden death.
Oh my! Okay, guys, so stay tuned for sudden death. There was a bit of a blip, so we're really sorry, Cayman. We saw him getting up to fist pump, and then,
and then he was told that actually he made the same score as Squiggles.
That's a really tricky thing, though.
So we hope to catch you again and join us for the BitterCold Showdown.
And we'll see you later.